Right. Okay. What the fuck am I doing? Is a good fucking question. Right. Right. Okay. I might just skip the song. Sure, why not? This is a decent song. Right. Do, do. Right. Okay. I hate that this is a bitter thing lately. Never had an issue before, and then suddenly this thing. Ugh. Right. And then delete. So I need to create myself a sitting animation. An idle sitting animation. Hmm. Am I about to Google how to sit? No, I mean I've got some ideas. Question is, how do I do them? Yeah, got an idea. Planning on having. Let's let's pose first, because if I pose, I have a better idea. Better idea. Mm. So I have it so it's like one leg's over the other. Look, kind of fix. Oh god, I can fix. I just realised that. Or we can just have man spreading. Man spreading pose is pretty decent as well. What I could have is Eden idle sitting pose, and this apparently the best I've got. Hmm. Why am I so tiny? Is definitely a question I need to ask myself one of these days. Right. It needs to be like here. Just need to move myself like this. Right. This is what happens when you give me free will. Head bang. Also, if I was my characters right now, I understand why they'd hate me. Right. Obviously, I need to make myself an IK system so I can animate easier. It takes so long making a personal rig to my own character. I just do not have time for. So I'm gonna have to animate the bones individually. Luckily, I have some semblance of how bones work. I say semblance. Right. Not my thumb. There we go. Right, now I need to fix the leg. Right. Let me hide the phone for a second. Yikes. Yeah. I've got a lot to fix here. Hold on. If I can hide the names, you know what? That would be very, very helpful. There we go. Not that I appreciate their names or not, but stick would be the best. Alright. That's the leg. I see why I need. Right. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Uh-huh. Left the compositor on. Damn it. I need a different... No, I clicked the rendered mode, didn't I? No! No! I don't want to render! It'll make me go under arrest. And I would be under duress. Damn it. I fucked up my own joke. Didn't even realise that was possible to fuck up my own joke. But here I am, doing it. God, this is actually gonna take a while, isn't it? No. The computer probably hates me now. I don't blame it. My original goal was not to go on this. Come on. There we go. Right. Hoping. Something like this, or... Right. Okay. And now I continue. Alright. Which is this? That's that bit. I'm guessing this bit down here. That's the actual leg for your horses. That's my fucking belt. I just realised what that moving that does. Right. See, this is why I have names now that I realise. I really should make an arcade rig at some stage. And I will. At some stage I will make myself an arcade rig. It's just, you don't understand, making restraints and constraints onto bones really take time. Especially if I want to make him really good. Then again, it would save me a lot of time in the future. I'm gonna have to think about it. What could be time for the next stream, maybe? Once I think about it, because it is a real long process. Actually, just delete that phone. Yes, I did. Right, what is going on here? Oh no, that's not it. This one? No. Yeah. What is causing this to you? No, so that you. It's causing this. Right. Right, I realize now. How am I gonna do this? Is a good fucking question. To be fair, no one's gonna be able to see anything. Dirty dudes. Okay. I'll try and make this fucking correct. It's a nightmare. Yeah, sorry about that. My brain is trying to think of the best way to fix this. And I am starting to think there isn't a way to fix this. Right. Okay. So what I could have is my legs be like swinging. Mm, I need to work this out. Right. feel like the hips need to change the weights, I just realized. And then it's portrait mode. So it is the legs. Yeah. Rock it like a hurricane. Alright. So what I can do is have it so that it's normal movement, have it so it goes side to side or something, or just a basic idle breathing. And then I'll have it so that when the player gets close, I have my character head up and move into a normal sitting position. This is gonna take a while to do. Potentially. But am I gonna do it? Yes. Alright. Insert keyframe. I can have like a little bit of swaying. Oh, I forgot I have the fucking song. Hold on. Don't get me wrong, I like this song. Just don't want to hear it when I'm working. I spent time making the animation to get out of my head. I don't want it back in my head again. Uh, mm, how do I zoom in again? Right. There we go. I can hear the song now. Hmm. Just thinking what to do with the body. Right, so what if... Okay, let's do a breathing animation, like the normal breathing. So to do normal breathing, you just really need to move the chest back and forth slightly. Right. Now, if I just copy and paste this. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna make this to 300. Okay. I realize it's too much in between, so I need to make this like. Yeah, that works. Right. I know it's a very basic pitch right now, but I promise you it'll get better. Next, I'll like add a bit of like swaying. Mm. And then might also want to add some like swing into that. So you're not too low down because it does make it look like I'm falling asleep. Oh god. Right. But it does look like I'm heavily breathing. Might need to fix. Yeah, it looks like I'm too heavily breathing. Hold on, I can fix that though. Hold on. Oh, a little bit much. Control. Yeah. Control copy. Control V. And then the Control V over here. And this should be. Oh, hi, done. Right. Okay, perfect. Right. Oof. Yeah, all the little details matter. Totally. I like the head shouldn't. It looks like I'm falling asleep. Which real felt, but not the intention. Maybe if I have it so it goes back more. It's a bit better. I want a little bit of swaying as well. So if I move this to the right a little. Insert. Right, that's something I need to put in consideration. It's, I realize what that is. Hold on, what is going on with the chest though? Oh, it's the head! Getting ahead of the curve, you could say. Oh, it's not, it's the neck, isn't it? Yeah, right. One of these days, it's gonna listen to me when I say control copy and then control V. It'll actually listen to me. Right. Perfect. Okay. We're getting somewhere with this idle animation. Like, you don't want too much movement, but at the same time, I want a little bit of movement just so it makes this look alive slightly. I say that as if it is alive. I mean, technically, I'm making it alive. That counts, right? Totally. Totally. Right. Right. Okay. Right, sorry about that. I've just got a message. Just gonna quickly reply. My doctor's just making an appointment for another blood test. And I just need to make sure it doesn't fall on certain days, because certain days I'm busy. I mean, not like busy, but as in like I got a couple things that I won't be in the area for. Okay. I think I am. Right. Okay. Now I can get back to making the animation. What I did just realize is my belt Don't like how it's clipping through, but it's not like I'm much. Oh, I do have a choice. Excuse me, what? Hmm. Hold on. Let's go to rest position. And I realized. Yeah. This is what I realized. How did you get over there? Excuse me, what? I said control. Control means get rid of. Oh, it's shift, that's get rid of. My bad. My bad, G. Okay, hold on. Right. And wait, smooth. And then if I go back to pose mode. No. Damn it. But it sort of worked slightly, but I think it needs to be 100%. Now if I wait be smooth. And then go to object and then pose mode. Okay, there's progress. Right. I go back to pose. I just realised weight paint. Weight painting is not going to help me because the skirting's different. Well, let me just get rid of the weight paints then, because I need to remember I need to work with the fucking thing. Hold on. Hold on, actually, if I just get rid of all this. What I need to remember is I have to work with the skirting I have. So if there's an issue, I need to fix it with the skirting I have, which I can do. Right. I realise that I can't just fix the skirting anymore. Right. My bad. Right. And then, I know why this is happening actually. I pull this back. That fixes it. Okay. Whoa, that's so far back. Maybe that's not the... What? Maybe it's this. Maybe actually... Oh. I think I might fix my issue. Right. Ah. So that's what went wrong. Okay. Also realize this is not... Right. Okay. I mean, I could... Here's the thing. When you're creating your own world, I could give a reason. That if people, like, if someone would question what's with all the clipping, I could make a joke in the game saying, oh, it's meant to be like that, or something like that. Or, like, oh, I could make a joke about the clipping. But at the same time, I don't want to be lazy. But at the same time, I realize I just gotta bite the bullet, as they would say. Don't want to bite the bullet, but I will bite the bullet. Damn it. Okay. I am in the luck. Was playing some law, and sometimes not so. Oh yeah, no, I figured as much, Don. Do not need to worry or explain yourself. I am still currently going insane at trying to fix the cloak from clipping through this chair here. I have a feeling with the rig that I have, that's not really going to be possible. But it doesn't mean I won't try. Rest position. Me feels like this needs to be... So now... pull this back into the right slightly. Yeah, see, that covers that. That's what I was after. The issue is, how do I fix this? I mean, I could just hide it. Or I could try and... Problem is, it's currently parented to... Right. I can just... As if I hide it like that, maybe no one will notice. That's the hope here, that no one will notice. People are too big. Oh, too afraid. There's gonna be a table in the way, so no one will see it really unless they're looking for it. It's great to listen to even while struggling. Well, I mean, I know of League of Legends. I don't play. I've never once played League of Legends, believe it or not. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. I've never played it. I've seen some of my friends play it. I've seen some of my family members play it, but I've never played it myself. It looks great. However, the reason why I've been sort of like not avoiding it, like playing it, but just being very optimistically cautious about it is just because I know how toxic the community is. And what I mean by that is, uh, I mean, I don't even really need to explain myself, really. Since you play WoW, you know how toxic the community can be. Right. Uh, I could just grab all my cloak. And I just realized if I grab this, this bone, my cloak. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't think I've met a more toxic community than. I mean, I played COD, so I can't say I've met a more toxic community considering I played COD before. But it's definitely a community that sin can be very concerning in the best of days. Right. I just realized the belt is fucked. Um, I'm just currently. Oh god. Seeing how fucked my thing is. Right. Oh, me oh my. Like, hold on. Did I forget bone? I did. Right. Right. Now we go back to rest position. Sorry, I'm doing some mad concentrating trying to remember each of the bones. This one's kind of fucked. Right. Right. Perfect. I mean, no, it's not perfect. I need to fix the coat. Oh, I fixed the coat, but apparently it's still fucked. Right. Let me fix the behind. First. It's a little bit funky, but no one will really pay attention to the backside. Saying that though. Right. And then insert keyframe. Insert keyframe. Right. I fix this? It's a good fucking question. Mm, more ideas. Pull this back. There we go. I think I found a way to make this a little bit less noticeable. Or maybe that makes it more noticeable, let's be real. Fuck, actually, now that I look at it, that probably makes it more noticeable. God damn it. What is with this fucking crazy ass? Right. Me, I love the guitar solo though. Sorry, I'm missing out your messages. Yeah, LoL is one of those games that take a lot just to, yeah, not worth it. Not worth it if you haven't done it already. See that I mean that's with a lot of games though. It's really is worth it once you put some time into whatever you do. Because that's the one thing that I say with Blender is people say it's like very complicated and it's not like considering it's not industry standard and it's like not something that I'm actually saying that though. I've been seeing some professionals talk saying that if they see Blender on applications now, they don't like before where they would just like look the other way where they wouldn't think twice about it. With how complicated Blender has gotten, in which its capabilities have improved, industry standards have recognized like Blender as a professional um thing now, but it's not industry standard. It's just something that industry professionals no longer look twice at, um, which is really good because they should consider people with Blender experience. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I've used Maya and ZBrush and a few other bits and bobs, um, and in my opinion, Blender should be industry standard. And the reason for it is one, it's open source. It's an open source free software, which means everyone can get access to it. And with how long the community Blender's community come around, there's plenty of add-ons that you can pay for that if you want to like improve certain experiences. I mean, I've actually got quite a few that I paid for. I've got Quad Mesh. I bought this, and I also bought Face It. Face It is the most one I use the most, especially for my VTubing. Honestly, without it, I don't know what I'd do. I bought these things a long ass time ago. Um, I don't know if there's anything else I bought. There's probably is other things I bought. I've just probably forgotten about because I don't use them as often. But the two that I use the most often is Quad Remesher and Face It. Face It the most though. Face It is absolutely the one thing I cannot live without, I won't lie. That's how I make my really cool AR kits and everything. Right. I don't want to get rid of it completely. What is with this? Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Yeah, just keep it like that. Or better yet, I can just do this. Because no one really gonna see it underneath. Fuck it. Right. No one's really gonna see it. How's this looking? Okay. It's getting somewhere. I'm gonna need to add some shape keys for like the blinking. If not, just the staring missing will freak most people out, including myself. However, I don't think I've messed with shape keys in Unreal. Honestly, the industry standard is a mesh of economic capitalistic arrangements. It's not much about which is best. Yeah, no, that's something I'm aware of. Um, because if it wasn't for my experience during uni using ZBrush and Maya, I would have had a lot of trouble because I did Blender during college. And out of my experience though, of using all of the software, I still recommend Blender. Yes, ZBrush is better for like sculpting and other things. Maya's really good for like learning quickly to model without having to worry about typology as much. However, from my experience from using all three of these softwares, I'd say Blender's the best. Not because of I mean, here's the thing, Blender wasn't the best, I say like 5 to 10 years ago. I would say Maya would have been the best to 10 years ago. However, as I've been growing, as well as Blender's been growing, I would say Blender's the best now. Especially the way it keeps on improving itself. I don't think Maya in the past 5 years has a decent big update. Whereas the last Blender update did some crazy shit for the animation community. Um not just animation, but like video editing, like just what Blender is capable of doing if you really learn how to use it is insane. For example, the movies or animations done in some places kind of require certain program knowledge because of the company invested in making it the university in that area, so become standard requirement in yes. Yeah, it's not in my opinion, what's classified as the the standard programs in the industry standards isn't convenient. No, isn't good. it's convenient. It's something that I've been using for years and years, and they just can't be asked to change up everything to improve like the time it takes to create an animation or even just CGI, because CGI uses a lot of uh certain programs. I can't. So here's the thing. I would name a couple that like of companies I've worked with that have used, but the problem is not all companies use the same things. All use different. They can all use different things. Which is like why I can't say, oh yeah, no, most industries use this and this. I can't say that because it really does depend on the studio in which what they're using it for. Blender is the best, as you say, because it's open source and it grows explanation with time because that's it. Sanders for some base program. It's kind of reliable and does things what the community have done. Yeah, yeah, no, that's something I agree with hardly. Because here's the thing. Hold on, let me show you the interface. Uh, wait, hold your horses. Hold on, I'm gonna have to quickly pop onto. I forgot to save this. You know, one day I'll remember to save certain things somewhere. Right, come on. Scroll down. I really should post more on my Facebook. I just forget to. Honestly, looking on my Facebook, I question my sanity, and I do not use it as often as I should. Um, oh, Jesus Christ. I see. Well, I'm actually gonna download quite a few of these because quite a few of these are quite funny. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now this is the interface I was looking for. Right, this is concerning. Oh yeah, I forgot that was one of my college projects. I should show off this. I should have made a rendered photo, but I did not because back then I didn't know how. I'm saving all these. God, I was such a fucking nerd. Like, it's not like going back on my Facebook, I realize how much of a fucking nerd I am. Right, just because I don't want people to actually see this, I'm just gonna post this to this. Right. You're gonna get some exclusive Kipper art. Right. So I usually use this to send like things to myself. I use this group and this is what I did. So this funny enough, this what you see here was my college project. Uh yeah, look at the old interface. This is in 2000 and I can't actually read that. I think that's 18. Um 2018 I think. But yeah, this was my college project. Which isn't too long ago. Isn't too long ago. But this was my college project in which yeah, it's this was back before I knew how to render an image. I just only learned how to model and start like doing UV texturing and everything. But this is what I did. This was my final college project. This actually got me a distinction star, which was which is equivalent to a star. Um, but yeah, no. But this stuff like this was stuff. Some of the my ugh ugh. This brings me back. Okay, so this is in 2019. Oh, I'm guessing the other one was in 2019 then. But yeah, this is ugh ugh. This is when I was using my fucking laptop. Ugh, look how disgusting. I mean, at least the eyes were decent. The texturing on the eyes were decent. Oh god, no. I think this here would. Oh god. No! Why was this 70,000 tries? No, I read this. Oh, why? Sorry, I'm just reading this and I hate myself. So funny enough, this is the original. This is the original Kipper. This is what Kipper was originally gonna look like. Um. Oh, the texturing on the fucking clothes. I mean, the clothes were decent. I'll give it that. Back then, the clothes were decent. Look, I'm still shit with hair. Even to this day, I'm still really shit with hair. Um, I mean, the body itself wasn't too bad, but boy, oh boy, that face, that face can haunt nightmares. Is that a fawn? Yes, it's a fawn. So yes, yeah, before my studies, I did actually do sculpting. So it's during high school was when I started touching Blender, when I found out about Blender. Because at that time I was using like Scratch and other things, and I realized, oh, Blender is a cool, really cool open source thing. And before I went into college, I taught myself a little bit of the interface, which is why, considering this is not bad, this is not bad for like my college era. Um, but by the end of college, this is what I was able to start doing these cool models, whole like buildings and shit. So funny enough, this is actually based on a real life place called Skyward Fire. Don't know if it's still open, but it was an actual gaming shop I used to go to constantly, and this is where I used to get all my games and like um all sorts of like you see Catan that I did because I love Catan. Funny enough, all these games you see here are all board games that I play in real life and just really enjoyed playing. That's why you can see like Monopoly, Uno, Catan, uh, Baldur's Gate is somewhere here. The board game Baldur's Gate, not the actual game. But yeah, no, this was actually the reference I used for this was the was it the Night in the Wardrobe. It was based on, hold on, let me get a picture actually. This might make my life so much easier. Uh at this point in time I was addicted to watching these. This is Wait a minute, is that fucking Sorry, I didn't realize it's fucking James McAvoy. Sorry. Yeah, this is who it was based off. I was like, this was the reference sort of like I was using for this. Um, that's James McAvoy. I need to rewatch that fucking movie now. Sorry, I didn't realize it was fucking James McAvoy as the fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tumas. Yeah, Narnia. That's it. Sorry, that was like what I used to watch like fucking religiously during like in my childhood, and I continue to religiously. I don't know what stage. I think it's probably when I got into Supernatural. that I lost my obsession for Narnia. But I fucking love Narnia. But yeah, no, there was a reference for this, which goes to show you how off this looks. Especially on my texturing. What was this? It's probably the UV mapping is what had this all fucked. To be fair, my UV mapping is still not great to this day. I can't say shit. But like, from this to stuff like this, it's like you can see there's a big fucking jump. Uh, lol. The Bible Exodus is the movie format is nice. It wasn't the Exodus? Was the analogy of the Promised Land? Um, yeah, I think it was the Exodus. They called it Paradise. Exodus was all about reaching paradise, but in the end, paradise didn't actually exist because it's the paradise we create. But yeah, they was trying to reach the promised land, which was paradise. Uh, yeah, no, this is Kipper from the Mythical Tale. So I had a book series I wrote. I still could find that. I know where to find it. But I had a book series called The Mythical Tales in which Kipper was a shapeshifting. I mean, technically, not much has changed. I'm still a shapeshifting siren. Um, but yeah, I was yeah, magically inclined. Yeah, my siren's magically inclined. Holy shit! I just basically copy and pasted my old OC onto my new one. Look, look. I can't help myself. Okay. Oh my god, you can see. I like how you can see my college. I just realized if you look in the corner here, you can see my classroom of my college. Oh, that's actually really funny. But look how old it is. I think is that Windows 7? Oh wait, hold on. I realize you can't see. Hold on. Yeah, let me just gonna move me quickly. Yeah, look. Is that fucking Windows 7? Windows 7 or Windows XP? I'm not gonna lie. I can't actually remember what I used on my college computer. Uh, God. Yeah, even like I even went out of my way to add like individual cards to the fucking to the this display. Each one of these had an individual card. The amount of detail I put into this, I modeled everything you see here. I modeled every piece of it. The amount of detail I put into this thing, and it's gone. Okay, it's not technically it's not gone. It's on my laptop, but my laptop battery died a long, long time ago. So there's still a possible way of recovering this from my laptop. I very much doubt it though. You've gone a long way, Kip. I love the whole process. It tells me so hypnotized. That's not my intention. I was just showing the old interface. Like back then, I could understand why this was an industry standard. Because like this is the interface. Let me actually move the chat. Sorry, chat. You're going. Oh, that is not chat. Right. Yeah, this right here was the old interface. I can see why it was not back then. It was not industry standard. Like this it's Blender has gone a long fucking way. Trust me when I say that. Right. Like I can see why back then it was not industry standard because this was bare bones Blender back in the day. Oh yeah, look, Kip. So this is not Kipper. Sorry. This is Kip. This is not Kipper. This was Kip. Um, because it was my initials. It was literally my initials. It was KI and then my surname P. Kip. That's literally how I made my OC. So original. Literally just my initials. I mean, think of it like what's it called? You know where book authors do like their initials on their things. It's just that, but for my character's name. Uh, God, it's. I won't lie. Looking at this and then looking at this, or even better yet, this, I realize there is a major difference. Not so much probably on the texturing. The texturing is not too different. Which, I mean, but then again, I never really focused on the texturing. Texturing wasn't what I focused on. What I focused on was the actual modeling aspect of itself. But boy, oh boy, I mean, look at that. Disgusting. Disgusting. 70 tries, 59 phases, 35,000 verts. Ugh, disgusting. Okay, what's this one? I mean, this one was low poly. I mean, even for low poly, this is disgusting. Especially those tries. That's too many tries. Uh, sorry, I'm getting very very emotional. Actually, saying that, no, just from looking at it from this perspective, I should be like comparing it from this to this. Right. Anyways, I got very much distracted. I got so distracted. I was meant to be doing an animation. I got distracted just going over my old art. Uh, Kip is cute. Frog catfish vibes. Yeah, it does. I won't lie. Now looking at it, it does scream frog. Wasn't the intention. This was meant to be a goblin. So the original Kipper was a goblin, a shape-shifting goblin. And boy, oh boy, this was not my intention. Actually, somewhere out there is still an old animation I made. Oh, do I go searching for my old animation? You know what? Fuck it. We're going deep dive into the internet. So, if I recall, it was Bad Guy. It was Bad Guy that came out recently. So if I do Kipper Bad Guy, does this still exist on the internet? Oh, it still exists on the internet. Oh no. Look at the quality. Can I up this? The highest is 360p. This is the highest. Oh no. Oh god, you can see the shakiness. Oh. Yeah, no, this was when I was learning how to animate, and I was using Miku Miku Dance to animate. This animation you see here was something I made myself, using Miku Miku Dance. Oh no. So yeah, this still exists on the internet. It's the past now. Don't I am melting. Oh, nobody's born. No, I know. But yeah, this was my original. So the reason why I'm called Kipper Studios with a Z rather than an S is this is the reason why. Uh oh boy. I'm just cringing, I won't lie. Oh yeah, this I mean, I did have another YouTube channel before this, but I deleted it because it got too popular. And that was during my high school. The reason why this looks as smooth as it does, God, 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Right. The reason why this looks so smooth was because I did many other animations on a different account and I got popular, like really popular. To the point where during my high school, students would like enter the class during class just to speak to me. The teachers used to get so annoyed. They understand it isn't my fault, but my teacher used to get so annoyed with me that students kept like barging into their classes mid class just to like get photos or like talk to me. And like originally no one knew it was me, But when I let one of my friends know that it was me making the animations and like showed proof it was me. And my friend betrayed me and told, like, okay, to be fair, he didn't betray me. I told him not to tell anyone, and he told his cousin, and his cousin, who was like a couple years above us, started telling like his friends, and then it sort of like went down a rabbit hole, and then everyone found out. And I got annoyed because like I was trying to do my class, like I was trying to like learn for my class, and it was getting real. At one stage, it was getting so bad that I couldn't learn anything during class because people were too busy trying to whisper. Like, if it wasn't like people entering the class, it would be people, other students just wanting to. And before FYI, no one talked to me before. The only reason why they started talking to me was because of my popular animations, and um, they they asked how do I do it. Even when I showed them the process, they still questioned. Um, and I just got fed up with it, and I used to hide out. Like, it got so bad I used to hide out in the teachers so that we had like this computer section, and in the computer place there was like a separate doorway to the computer, like the IT teachers, which I knew on first name basis anyway, because before I got like popular, I wasn't I was quite a bullied kid, and I just was kept to myself, and the IT teachers felt bad, and so they started talking to me like as you would. And I told one of the teachers, like, hey, like, I made some animations, and they thought that was really cool, and they felt bad that like I wasn't able to learn and like was struggling with my learning because everyone kept whispering so I couldn't hear the teacher. And what ended up happening, I was having a conversation with my psychological, like, because the psych teacher was good friends with the IT teachers and often came in. And we usually had like really in-depth conversations. I've mentioned before our stories, but he then told me if it's really affecting your learning and it isn't like a big, like, he asked me if I how much I cared about, like, what I cared more. Did I care about my animation, like my like the YouTube channel I was making, or my learning? And I said I was more invested in my learning than my animation. I only did the animation stuff and posted it online, literally for fun and for like people critique me on how to improve. And I did. I improved a lot thanks to those critiques. And unfortunately, I was like, you know what? I'm fed up of this. So I just deleted it. And after, like, a lot of people were shocked that I deleted the channel because it had a lot of views. But for me, I honestly did not give two shits. It was just the learning process for me. And what ended up happening, the hype died down after some time, and I was so happy with that because it meant everyone left me the fuck alone, and I could actually finally, listen to the teachers, because my poor teachers. Oh, I'm not just getting the picture, I'm creating the whole movie of the situation here. Yeah, I mean, look, I can understand, like, them wanting to, like, oh, fasting, we have, like, like a popular, famous, I mean, to be fair though, it was really easy back then on YouTube. If you had talent, it was really easy to get popular. And, like, this was, during my high school, this was, like, when I was, like, 13 to 14 to 15, like, sort of era. I was very young, and I realized back then fame and popularity does not suit me. Because I like taking things at my own pace, and being anonymous gives me the anonymity. Because that's why I would. His thing is the reason why I would mention like industries and like companies I've worked with is I know I'd get some a little bit of like, oh shit, that's cool. Like, I didn't realize you worked for that. And I don't want that recognition. I just want to be known for me and not for like the companies I've worked with. To be fair, I was a party contractor. I wasn't like I worked for a company that were a third party contractor, because believe it or not, most industries third party contract like every part of like the minuscule details. So stuff like for example, when you see in certain adverts, oh god, I shouldn't say this, but let's say just for reference, totally not relevant at all. But like You know those Pokemon Go adverts where you see all like the little Pokemon models and rigs? All the models and rigs were made by third party contractors, and then they used the rigs to with their own in like their own animators in the company to then animate. But the models and like the environments and all that sort of stuff was created by third party contractors, not actual no, they weren't actually made. I mean, they bought the rights to the models and things. So the third party contractors have like no claim to them because they straight up bought out the rights for the models. um so I couldn't say like, I couldn't even say which models I did work on or modeled, because technically they don't actually belong to me anymore. I have no claim or liberty to them because the rights were bought out by the company, which is great because it was a great paydays. Like when it was, especially when it's like big companies, they would go great paydays. Right. Right. I need to get back to doing what I was doing. I'm getting so distracted. I don't want to do too much. At the same time, I don't want to do too little. Okay, now I need to do blinking. I should do a blink here. Right. Yeah, let's do a blink here. Shit, I need to do I do a blink at 50. At 40, I should. Right. Still in pose mode, aren't I? Yep. Okay. Now, oh, where is... Oh shit, no, this is meant to be 0. Oh my god, looks like I'm winking. That's not my intention. Right, so... Perfect. Right, and then... I need to do the same for left. Because you gotta make it look like it's alive. I could make this smoother in the F curves, but I'm not gonna touch the F curves. I'm gonna real. I will keep that in mind. I don't know about some of the outsourcing and the other side of production. I exploit that too, whereas yeah. It's I mean it depends on the company. Some companies do their own stuff in house. For example, Larian Studios, they do everything in house. So the models, the sculpts, the character artists, all of that are all in house with Larian. That's why I love Larian Studios, because I feel like Larian Studios should be what a company should look like. I mean, don't get me wrong, out like third party contracting is absolutely fine. It's just that when you're claiming to be an animation studio, like I can't badmouth. I really want to badmouth a company because I know they claim to be certain things which they are not, because I know for a fact they outsource all their shit. Um, but trust me when I say, so when you're an animation company and you claim to be an animation company, you're not. If you just do one part of the animating, I don't consider you a animation company. You're not an animation company unless you understand certain parts. Okay, okay, you can't just animate. Okay, I shouldn't say that. You can just like, you're an animator But you're not an animation company, if that makes sense. You're an animator company, not an animation, if that makes sense. Because there are many parts that could go into making animation, especially 3D animation. If you're 2D animation, that's fine. But as a 3D animator, there are certain parts that I just cannot abide by. Right. Do I do like another blink here? And then I'll have it end on a blink. Right. Yeah, now I need to do the eyelashes. So it's 40. Right. I blink right, I blink left. And then 60. Right, and then if I copy and paste this, I need to have a quick look. So 110, 110, 170, 210, 270. Okay. I'll copy 110. Shit. 102. I know 270 was one of them. 170, 220. 170, 210. 170, 210. 170, 210. Now. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Oh, and this is just for an idle animation. Jeez Louise me. To be fair, I do want to make it realistic. I just realized that was clipping through. Damn it! I can fix that though. Right. that's the belt. Okay, so don't touch the belt. It's not the one I'm after. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Now if I go to rest position. Ah, okay. And then I feel like I'm making this fucking worse. God damn it. How do I fix this? Is a good question. Alright. One sec. Right. Right. Shit. Why are you doing this? Why are you playing up like this? It's a good fucking question. Unless... Hmm. Right, I know why actually. Hold on. And I need to fix it. Uh, oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo the entire skeleton, aren't I? Ah, I realise if their hip bones aren't weighted correct like this. I mean, I could just replace the weights of the skeleton. Shit. Right. Uh, Sorry, I've missed out your messages there, Don. I'm going to. Oh, that's absolutely. Yeah, no. I hope go. Please go eat some lunch. Trust me. After this, I'm making myself a nice mac and cheese because I'm a child and apparently, I actually you know what? Fuck. No. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I am not a child because I like to eat mac and cheese. Right. Okay, how does the animation look now? In fact, I think I've done this. I think because the idle animation shouldn't be too much. Uh, oh, I noticed that. You know what? That's it could be worse. Let's be real. Right. No, I just realized you, Mister, are still showing up. In fact, I do need to fix a couple of weight paints, anyways. But yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be redoing my weight paints anyways on my VRM model because I need to fix these shoulders whenever I move them. Maybe I should just redo my entire skeleton, which is gonna be a nuisance. Right, anyways. You, mister. That's not it. You. Now, if I have a look. Yeah, perfect. Right. Right. Okay, don't wait, I should hide the chair. I mean, look. I forget, okay. Right. Export. FBX. Okay, I don't. I'm sure. Don't add leaf bones. Pretty sure it's meant to be the X. I'm just trying to remember. So the forward axis needs to be minus y. Minus y. Up axis needs to be to z. Primary bone needs to be x and the 6 room minus y. That was it. Get rid of this. The animated objects will all actually. Right. I should probably, that's probably selected objects, visible objects. Don't want to copy the model though, so just the armature and animation. So probably our other. Okay. I can I can do this. There we go. Can I save this? Animation. Unreal. Right. So now if I do export project card deck. Right. And then I feel like, yeah, that's 2 hours. Bang on, look at that, dot on 2 hours of me making this animation. Um, so it's actually funny enough, time to end the stream. Let's have a little look-see at who to raid. Right. Okay, just having a little quickie look. Ooh. I always like to find someone to put into the background. Right. Hmm. Unreal. Ooh. Unreal. Ooh. I see an Unreal. Ooh, there's a lot. What is going on? Is there a jam I don't know about? God damn, so many choices. Also, it's so many choices that I'm actually a tad bit overwhelmed now. Ah! Before it used to be so difficult to find an Unreal editor or like a Blender user. Now I'm here, I'm like, fuck. Like there's an actual. Come on, let me have a look at fucking my following. Oh, me oh my. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit overwhelmed. So you know what? I might just have to stream. I know I normally raid out because you can get those extra points, but I apologize. There's a lot of people and I don't know who to choose, and my brain is overwhelmed. So I'll just call it here. So I just want to say thank you for everyone that's been watching, and I hope to see you on the next stream and so you can see the progress I've made in actually because you know what, I might do it so that I do one stream Blender, one stream Unreal Engine. I just keep switching between the two. So you can see the progress in Blender as well as in Unreal Engine. So the next stream will be